bring pieces of paper because I really end up never looking at them. But I have to say, first of all, it's a pleasure to be here. Secondly, I'm glad that you all didn't have to come looking for us in the elevator because we got stuck in the elevator, and I thought, oh, now that's going to make front page newspaper story. Thirdly, I have to share with you that when I told Herb Kelleher, our chairman, yesterday, why I couldn't do something he wanted me to do in Dallas today for him, he said, "You're speaking to who?" And I repeated it, and he thought it was so funny that I would talk to an economic club about anything because I don't understand anything about economics. So I want to say that I'm triply honored that you would invite me, and I appreciate the invitation very much. The second thing that I want to say is that, you know, I am in the airline business, and airline people don't get invited out a lot because it's not exactly, in our day and time, a sexy business to talk about, and it's certainly not a business or an industry that makes a ton of money. However, I am proud to tell you that I'm going to read you one page of statistics and economics, if you will, just to show you that Southwest, even though we do pride ourselves that most people think of us as mavericks and a little bit, typical of coloring outside the lines, if you will, and being perhaps a little irreverent. I hope some of you are customers and know that I say all of that a little bit tongue-in-cheek, but we do like to enjoy life. But I would also like to tell you that we're not totally crazy. And so, not by way of braggadocious, but I thought that I would just illustrate a couple of facts that are about Southwest that are really quite impressive. I mean, they're really impressive in terms of a free enterprise story, and they're extremely impressive in terms of sort of the David and Goliath story, which I think we typify the best David versus Goliath story that I personally have ever read about or heard about. So we began service with 3 airplanes and 18 flights a day in 1971. Today, we operate 510 737s, and we provide over 3,300 flights a day. If anyone would have ever told me that in 1971, I would have said, no way. At our inception, we were the smallest jet carrier in the United States. From the standpoint of the number of passengers that we carry today, we are the largest air carrier in the world in terms of O&D passengers, which, again, I can't believe. We have been profitable for 35 consecutive years, something that is unheard of in our industry. Now, when I say profitable, sometimes that profit's been itty-bitty, but nevertheless, it has been profit. And I think one of the proudest moments that our employees had was when Money Magazine described as a Ripley, believe it or not, feat of all the companies included in the S&P 500 during the 30-year period from 1972 to 2002, Southwest produced the highest return to investors, 26% a year compounded annually. So that a $100,000 investment in 1972 was worth $1 million in 2002. And we have made many an employee, sky caps on up, millionaires as a result of that, because we had the first profit sharing plan in the airline industry, and the only airline profit sharing plan, I believe, that was introduced or enacted simply because the board of directors thought it was the right thing to do and was not negotiated. So I am very proud of that fact. Now, those are all the statistics you will hear from me.